Hey everyone, Senrai Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the ninth episode of 100 Girlfriends. Last episode was nothing short of a masterpiece, 10 out of 10, literal perfection. I mean, really, my words just don't do it justice, but yeah. I didn't really get too in depth into the discussion period because, I had things to do. But one thing I definitely wanted to mention before I get into this, one thing I liked about it is, specifically talking about the Hakari Karane kissing scene, like, because it's not super uncommon in anime to have something like this where maybe a character gets drunk or whatever, or a love potion of, something along those lines are involved and causes the character to be like very uh, bold in how they're like pursuing the main character or the love interest or whatever. But usually it's either because they don't like them or because like it's too early to do these sort of things. There's usually something that causes them to be like, no, we can't be doing this right now. Like there's some kind of limiter is what I'm trying to say, right? So the great thing about those two is that they were both under the effects of of it, so there was no limiter there. They both came to the conclusion that yeah, this kissing thing it's pretty nice, and like doing it with you, that's pretty nice too. So let's do that, yeah. And then they do, and they're just left to their own devices for who knows how long without any limiters. They just keep getting more and more into it over time. Yeah, I can't even fathom the sheer amount of saliva that was swallowed on both ends, and the fact that they both remember it and both don't want to talk about it. The fact that they had to be like the jaws of life to pry them away from each other by the end of the episode. Just I loved everything about it. But yeah, we're here for episode 9. Like obviously no episode is gonna match the last episode with just the sheer creativity, the comedy, the eroticness. There's no beating that. But I'm sure this episode will be good nonetheless. So let's just kind of jump into it and see how things go. 3, 2, 1, play. Everything seems to be working, yeah. Well, hello. Oh, is this like a drama scene? Man, what I would give her some context right now. Did she give her some bad news or I don't know why I'm trying to guess. I have nothing to work off really, but I want to know what that was about. Oh, nice. Let's do it. Mitsu, mitsu, mitsu. Well, hello, little guy. Yeah, definitely a mood shift from where we started. Maybe one day we'll find out. Oh, nice. we 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 need to. Oh, don't set the place on fire. Oh, she's so cute when she was little. So there's definitely gonna be a Hakari focus episode, which is fine. Can you imagine like having all of them in a wedding dress at the same time and just one big photo shoot? Yeah. It's like these are the 5 or 6 girls I'm marrying. Well, for now, we'll expand the roster later. Zoom. Ooh, you gotta watch out for that banana peel, girl. Yeah, watching the opening now that I know everyone, it's nice. I keep saying I'm gonna go back and read those. I never do. Oh, I think that's her right there. That swirling the wine like what a villain would do. That was talking to Hakari, which I assume was her mother. But she's definitely painted as a villain, so this is not good. Yeah, yes. Yeah, that character from the opening. Okay. Who was that little one that kind of scooted in there? Seems fair. Does it? Gorita. Please don't swallow my smallest girlfriend. Yeah, the kush is much bigger. Don't worry, I got drugs. Oh, god damn that gear. Yeah, so it's all good now. Rentaro family. Let me. That's gonna get them excited. Rentaro family. Let's go. Show them what we got. Show them what a harem can do. Why is a Shota Squirrel trying to showcase it? Because that's all she can do. Bob. I blacked out. What happened? Nothing if not honest. I mean, at a certain point, the bouquet would just be destroyed by the throw. Like, before it even hits anything. Like, it's not the most sturdy thing in the world. Oh, I didn't know we were playing football. I feel like that's the cheap loophole that you're trying to use there. I feel like any referee would definitely blow the whistle over that. Ooh, man, she tanked it. She is a muscle of our group after all. Maybe she should be a biker gang member. She could pull it off. Oh yeah! See how you handle our strong girl. Time to come down. Cody. Come on. Is that Shizuka? It is Shizuka. I was half joking. She's just flying. Be careful, Shizuka. Don't drop that phone. It will not recover. No. She got it. But who's got her? Looney Tune stuff right there. Yeah, no, we gotta get there. See, that's why we have a team of girlfriends. Soft girlfriends. Oof. Yeah, luckily, Haniki. Luckily, he has no opie to bounce her off of. This is not a shonen battle anime. We can't befriend our enemy after a battle. Smash. That would have been awkward. Yes, like one of these things is not like the others. And Kusuri look, all small again. Hinran Pinku. Keikaku Dori. She said the thing. I mean, she's gonna make sure she wins, so. But somebody else might grab it by chance. Like, you've accounted for that possibility, right? I would not pick her. Because she might analyze them all and notice that one looks different than the others and, assume you might be a cheater. So this may not work out for her. Well, she showed you the logic. I mean, she's not wrong. Man, that backfired so hard. Oh, did she get it? Man, she is lucky. Yatta! Wish I could sound that cute. At least you're taking it like a champ, Kusuri. I mean, you won fair and square despite, attempting not to. So you don't have to do this, but it's very big of her too. You'll get stuck in there. Or fall asleep. Oh? She looks so happy in there. It's a great POV shot. Man, that's a big 180 from the temper tantrum she was throwing 2 minutes ago. But I'm so glad our harem gets along with each other so well. Oh, here we go. What a nice picture. I can imagine someone looking at it later being like, you have a lovely wife. Who are the other girls? Oh, my other wives. There was only one dress though. Yeah, seriously, she looks great like that. Very beautiful. Can you tear this dress off me? Probably ask for a kiss, honestly. Oh, that was okay. Okay, that was not what I would have guessed. That probably comes back to the first scene, but yeah, that's not what I expected. Because whatever happened in that first scene would probably give us our answer. Like maybe there's some like arranged marriage thing that she has to be a part of. Could be something like that. I mean, she's not wrong, but still, no. Idols don't. You could always be an android. Good God, those are some good pictures. Can I have copies? Yeah. Ojo-sama, rich girl. Arranged marriage more likely. You know, probably to some big shot guy and from a wealthy family, connections and all that. She. Oh no. I'm the driver for food delivery service. Who ordered a taco? I demand my tip in Bitcoin, please. Unknown number. I could guess who it is. Yeah. What century does she think this is? Probably confiscated. That is definitely not it. That is a bold-faced lie. Joe-kun, so distant. It's so weird seeing an anime character with a landline. I imagine a parent would not take that well. Uh, did you tell her about your half-hour long makeout session with another girl? Oh damn! Like it was. That was the first thing that I came up with when I watched that first scene was that moving. I mean, we're not gonna let her. We have we have a harem for a reason, right? Whenever there's a problem with one of us, we all come together and solve it with the power of teamwork. Ah, don't touch me, you evil woman. But nice to meet you too, mother. God damn it, not the security guard. Oh, he knows. Probably circulated a picture of him to the staff. So this is definitely a problem that will not be easy to solve when dealing with somebody with power and resources like this. Legs, thighs. Good God, that chest is massive. I didn't really notice it before completely. I mean, she definitely got those genes. I starting to feel like she's not a great mother. 5-time Mac. Like, she definitely cares about her daughter, which is definitely a good thing, but, like, there's definitely some not so good character traits in there. Like, I guess we could talk more about this during the discussion period. We're at a low point, though. 4-leaf clover, yeah. Like back in the day, I remember that. That feels so long ago. But we could use some luck. Trying to convince Akari's mother that she should remain one of his girlfriends. I'm not sure how you bring up that. I'm not sure how you argue that, but we'll do our best. I still want someone to show her the video of her making out with Karane. That's all I want. I want her to see that. That's my one request. Can we make that happen? Yeah, we can't abandon her. Karane looks like she has something on her mind. Like, they're not going to accept being separated from you, that's for sure. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. Coming together, you know. Yeah, she's definitely not going to abandon the girl she loves. If it's not 0%, then it's 100%. Anime rules. Yes, especially Kanane. Oh, rolling up the sleeves. We are we are so ready. And roll credits, yeah. Of course, it's where they ended off. After they get us all hyped up. Luckily, I'm gonna watch the next episode right away. But if I was watching this week to week, though, I'd be salty. Bum 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 bum. I think the second season actually starts pretty soon, and I should be ready for it by the time it drops. Okay. When do we get our sleepover? Bum 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 bum. Okay. Okay. Well, that was the ninth episode of 100 Girlfriends. This episode, the first half, not really too much to say about it. It was funny. We had some focus was definitely on Hakari because she had the dream. She wanted to wear the dress and everything like that, and she got to do it, right? But then things kind of went downhill when she said to break up with her, right? Which I was not ready for that. Like, I mean, I wasn't super duper shocked or anything when she said it because we did have the beginning of the episode still in the back of my mind, but I still wasn't expecting it, if that makes sense. Like during that first scene, my first thought was that they were like gonna move away or something. Maybe the dad had to go his job change or something like that, like they had to move somewhere for work was what I was thinking, right? That was pretty much where my head was at. Once they confirmed that she was like an Ojo-sama, I did start to lean a bit towards like maybe there was some kind of arranged marriage sort of thing, like a fiance she's had since she was like 10, and mother found out about the mother found out about Rentaro and decided to break it off because obviously this doesn't match very well, right? You can't have both those things, right? So, or she didn't know about Rentaro, but just regardless, things had to move forward with the arranged marriage. Like that was kind of what I was thinking, but not quite. The full explanation there was that she found out about Rentaro somehow. I don't know if they clarified that, but found out about Rentaro. But more importantly, found about the other like five, the other five girls. Is it five? I really should keep track of how many girls there are because I want to say there's six total, right? Karane, Shizuka, Nano, Hakari, Kusuri. Is there only five? Karane, Shizuka, Nano, Hakari. Kusuri. Yeah, I think there's only five so far. Okay, five. So she basically found out about the other four girls, and like it's such a hard thing to argue to get mad at her for, right? Like it's a little bit easy, makes it easier because of the general kind of like attitude of the mother, like how she's presenting it, like she is some kind of evil dictator. It's my way or the highway. You do what I want. I'll crush anyone that gets in the way. That kind of attitude makes it a little bit easier to like be against her. And of course, in addition to the fact that the main character, Brentar is the main character like of the show, and everything revolves around him. Whereas from her perspective, it's just some random dude in the high school, right? So that makes it easier as well. But in a more general sense, you can't really blame her for not wanting her daughter to, be with a five-timing guy, right? Some just not even like a rich guy, that would like, if you're like rich and powerful, you can get more leeway with having, concubines and multiple girls and all that. But he doesn't even have that going for him. So, from her perspective, it is ludicrous to let her daughter continue with such a thing, and she just was just like, we're just gonna chop that off and blank slate, try somewhere else, where she doesn't end up with some weird with this weird problem, right? So like, you can't really get too mad at her for having for having that perspective, but at the same time, we want the premise of the show to continue, and she's obviously happy with where she is, so that's obviously takes precedent. But like I can't just like get on my soapbox and yell at her for how unreasonable she's being because it's not really unreasonable. It just I don't want her to do it is really what it comes down to. So very interesting situation we have there as a result of that. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I couldn't really talk about that during the episode because that's just too much talking for while other things are going on. So I kind of had to save getting into that for the discussion period. But like, we can't let this stand. She is girlfriend number one or two. Which one did come first? She's one of the first two girlfriends. The one that's part of the Yuri couple within the overall harem framework. We can't let her go, right? That's not an option. It's really scary. The mother talking about squashing like a rat and all that because she does have the power to do so, and he's just some random high school kid, like not an opponent you can deal with easily. So it's a hard problem to root for, so we have to somehow convince her that this is the way to go. Like, the only way you could possibly do that is by convincing her that Hakari is truly happy like this, and she will be less happy in any other situation. You gotta somehow convince her of that. That's really your only chance. But it's an uphill battle for sure. But good luck, especially with how much she clearly loves her daughter, right? I want to go back to that scene. I want to see exactly what she says during it, during like the baking scene. Yeah, everything I do for your good, for your own good, basically. She holds her close. My sweet, sweet Hakari. I'll never let some five-time maggot who will only bring you sorrow have you. Any insect that threatens my dearest flower will be exterminated. It's why it's so interesting, right? Because, like, again, you have to, like... what's the best way to phrase this? Her position is such a reasonable, understandable one that for you to be against her, like, it's... You have to, like, really try to, like I said, make her have that kind of, iron rule with an iron fist dictator kind of, smothering kind of figure, right? So, because if they didn't do that, if they made her kind of a bit more like, maybe maybe like if they changed things where she's speaking a little bit more softly, she instead of threatening Rental right away, she just says something like, I, I love my daughter. I want her to be with a guy that treasures her and doesn't, and not just some kind of side piece in his overall collection of girls, right? Like, I want someone that truly loves her, that, that has her as the most important thing in his life. Like, if she, I'm not a poet, I can't, articulate exactly what I'm trying to say very well, but basically comes at it from a much more like soft-spoken, empathetic, point of view, right? It tries to be reasonably polite and all that while still making it clear she doesn't want her to do this. Like, it would be much harder to be against her. Like, so that's one thing that just kind of makes it a little bit funny that they kind of have to do that. But but at the end of the day, this is a show about 100 girlfriends, so the polygamy, the harem way is the right way, regardless of any common sense, morals or anything like that. They just kind of get thrown out the window. So, but yeah, I think that's about all I really wanted to say. It's just such a funny conflict because usually I would like 100% be against the parent in these kind of situations because broad framework, this is a pretty common anime trope, right? But because of the circumstances, it makes it a little bit harder to be against the parent. But I still am because I want the show to continue. But it's just funny how this is the most reasonable a parent in this position has been, if that makes sense, right? The classic smothering kind of parent, I know what's best for you sort of thing. But the more I think about it, the funnier it is. But I'm just gonna end it off here. But yeah, next episode should be the exciting one. We march in there, we get our girlfriend back, and it'll be great. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.